Hello, I'm Will, and I'm a senior at Crossroads High School. The national debt is approaching $19 trillion, and that's more money than most of us can comprehend. In order to get a better grasp on this, I'm going to use something that we can better understand. Here's a $20 bill. A $20 bill is 2.6 inches wide, 6.1 inches long, and about 4/1000 of an inch thick. With $20, you could buy dinner, some groceries, or some gasoline. Now, here's a stack of 50 $20 bills. This amounts to $1,000. With that amount of money, you could pay rent or make a couple of car payments. Now, this stack is $50,000. It is 2,500 $20 bills. This stack is 10 3/4 inches tall. The median annual income per household in the United States is slightly over this amount. Most people would say that's a lot of money, and it's a lot of money. Now I'm going to lay this stack down. Next to it, I'm going to place another identical stack. This line is now 21.5 inches long and amounts to $100,000. If we continue this line, eventually it would equal our national debt. So, I think we're going to run out of room, so now let's go to the football field. Here we have our $100,000. Starting at the goal line, we'll extend it 5 yards. Then we'll have $850,000. That's the amount that our debt increases every minute. 60 minutes an hour, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. That's a lot of money. Obviously, we're spending a lot more than we're bringing in, and the problem is getting worse in a hurry. If we extend the line all the way down the football field to the other goal line, that's 100 yards. Do you think that we're getting close to our national debt? Well, that's only $17 million. We're really just at the tip of the iceberg. So, I think we're going to need more space, obviously, so let's go over to the highway. If we extend the line of money west down the highway, how far would we have to go to reach our national debt? Would it take a mile or maybe 10 miles? Well, if we started our stack of $20 bills in Texarkana and traveled all the way to El Paso, that would be 800 miles. We continue our trip all the way to Los Angeles. That is 1,500 miles of $20 bills. That would equal $440 billion. That's the amount our debt increased just last year. That's a lot of money. So let's continue west, past the Pacific Ocean, past Southeast Asia, past Moore Ocean, past the continent of Africa, past the Atlantic Ocean, coming across the southeastern United States, all the way to right here. The amount of money on this line stretched around the earth would be $7.3 trillion. That's the amount of debt we had 10 years ago. At this rate, this trip, we would have to do this 2.5 times to get to $19 trillion. So just to make the big picture clear, the $20 bill is 4/1000 of an inch thick. So, an inch of $20 bills would be $5,000. Inch by inch by inch around the world, 2.5 times. That is our national debt, $19 trillion. It may be difficult to visualize money reaching around the earth. So, let's go back to the football field and look at this a different way. Here we are back at the football field at the corner of the end zone. If we covered every square inch of this football field with our $50,000 stacks of $20 bills, how high would it need to be to match our national debt? Well, this tower would be 360 feet long, 100 feet wide, and 1,050 feet tall. That exceeds the tallest building in Texas. That's a lot of money. Now that we've spent some time learning about this overwhelming amount of money, what does all this mean? One thing is for sure, something has to give. With the current rate at which we are spending and not generating enough revenue to compensate for that spending, we are destroying our future, our children's future, and the future of generations to come. People may point fingers and claim that we should cut spending or raise taxes or put the blame on presidents, but one thing is self-evident. We cannot remain solvent if we continue to spend more than we are taking in. In all aspects of life, one cannot remain sustainable or viable with that type of principle.